Well, it's kind of a late evening here at the Flying Can Ranch at Cedar Creek Lake, Texas. I just want to put out a quick video, if I could. Then I want to make some coffee and get some things ready, and we're going to bed. It was in a kind of a long, hot day, 140 miles on a bike, and we got a little warm, but we did good. We did good. Really enjoyed the day. I got the video out on the Humorex H&K MP7, so that turned out all right. One thing I want to talk about really quickly, I've reviewed this before. I just want to make a final statement. Is on this Daisy Model 88. I actually got one in the box, like so, and I gave it a review. One thing I'd like to say, if you're going to get one of these, I don't even remember how this box opens up now. There we go. And if you'll remember, it looked like this. And this particular one, I actually got the the manual with it and everything. Pretty good shape. If you do get one of these, I can get pellets to come out of them. Maybe penetrate a box at about 10 feet. Just run BBs in it. You're not going to get anywhere with the pellets. It should have been never marketed, in my opinion, as a pellet gun. So they're hard to load. It's easy to put the BBs in. 24 shots. Works real well. These don't have a lot of feet per second. So just to let you know, that's how I feel about that. We're going to get that in the box. And then, I bought a lot of things off eBay, as you all know. One thing I found was a side cocking rifle that this guy gave a very good thing about. It's not really his thing, but he was told they're highly collectible. I'm going to set this down here for a minute. And so I kind of looked it up, and I'm going to show you how I looked it up in a minute. But the truth is, that's not a very good gun. The cocking lever is supposed to have an anti-bear trap, and a lot of people have lost their fingers trying to load that thing because it'll cut loose. Back in the day, 70s, 80s, you could have bought one for $20. They weren't all that. So, but he was asking $76 or $98 or whatever for it. Which leads me to my main topic. If you're going to really enjoy air guns, collect air guns, I believe Mr. Bennett was talking about this in my review of the 101. Thank you very much, Mr. Bennett. And I actually got my hands on a 13th edition of the Blue Book of Air Guns. So if you're going to get into air guns, you want to learn a lot about air guns, this is it. And it has several different variations. I don't know if this is the most current, but one of the things Mr. Bennett was referring to, if I can get to it very quickly without boring everybody to death, this book is loaded with diagrams. I'm going to set that over there. And this is what he was talking about as far as the signature and the different cocking mechanisms. And it breaks it down to which version, which year. A lot of pictures. And I'm going to put that back in there for a reason. But it's alphabetical. Again, it breaks it down by condition, years. Some of it even tells you feet per second. I'm just going to set this up here if possible. And just kind of flip through it. All kinds of air guns in here. Values, when they came out, which versions came out when, what year, first variant, second variant, third variant. I showed you earlier today a Crosman 130, and that was the first variant. I actually have the second variant. It's just not called a Crosman, it's called a Hawthorne. And I believe I've reviewed that in the past. So for guys that are collecting air guns, and you really want to know the facts, there's a good book for you right there. I'm going to cover myself well. At any rate, very, very helpful thing. I bought that. I believe it was new. About $54 for a book like that. But and then once you know this, You know, Baker Airguns sells a lot of, if you're into classic air guns, and they'll let you know if it's been rebuilt or not rebuilt, condition. Sometimes it gives a little facts about it. They do rebuild a lot of air guns. I got several I'm planning to send, at least 3 that I can think of. And that's where I got my conversion piece for my bulk fill. Very good resource for you know, they sell seal kits, all kinds of things. So good resource if you're into that kind of thing. But so when you're looking into something like that, you can kind of use that book as a reference and find out, well, you know, what do they say it's worth? And the second question you got to ask yourself is, how bad do you want it for your collection? Yeah, I mean, is it worth that to you? I got a few things. I probably paid a little bit more for it than maybe what it was worth, but in the end, I enjoy it. It's something that I wanted for my collection, and I got it. It's just, you know, what do you want to give? I found something a while back. I was pretty tempted, but that was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. It really was, but I came close, but yeah, I got my limit. But at any rate, I've enjoyed collecting those. I've enjoyed reviewing them and sharing these things with my viewers or anybody that's interested. Hopefully I give you people good information. Not all the comments I got were positive, but nothing's perfect. So, but again, this would be a real helpful reference as to what it's going to be worth, when it was made, first variant, second variant, third variants, changes in them, cheap ones, very expensive ones, PCPs, brake barrels, pneumatics, some very, very old, you know, the history of air guns. I don't know if a lot of people know this. This stuff goes back to probably around the 16th century, maybe even later. Lewis and Clark carried one with them on their expedition during the French Revolution. The king had a bounty for the airgun snipers, the silent killers. So they have a really long, rich history. They really do, and I enjoy getting some of the older ones. I mean, I was pretty pickled back when I had one that was from like 1955, and now I find one that's maybe 35, 39, 1939. That's old, and it's still working. So that's pretty phenomenal. It's one of my, I did the alcohol flush on and got it working again. It seems to be working, but I think I will send that one in a baker and get it rebuilt. And I found another one that they claim, but you know, I already got one. I really don't want to get around and buy 2 and then 3. I ended up with 3 of these Model 88 somehow. I must have been asleep when I made that order. At any rate, I just want to share that book with you, share that little bit of knowledge. Hopefully it's a tool that new air guns, old air guns would be a useful thing to have in your collection. So we're going to call it a day to get some coffee made, and then I am going to bed. And that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. I will get with you guys tomorrow. I'm going to review that 130 tabletop review, show you how it works, get a shooting review out. And I think I pretty much got them all caught up, I think. And I've got another one coming, I think, on Monday. Then I got to slow down. I'm gonna end up having to rent another house just to put all the air guns in. I know that's sad, but it's an addiction. So that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. We will see you all tomorrow. Later.